There's a lot of ills that take place in our society, and if we really look at them, like for instance, incest, self-destruction in the form of skin bleaching and stuff like these are alcoholism. These are things that are visible around us as a people, and there's not enough people who really pay attention. There are people who does it, but they don't get the support. So I think music is one of the greatest sources that you can use to effect change. And so therefore, when you speak on the real issues that affect society, it means that people understand that there's a voice for them, especially the voiceless, and also the people who can do better. See that there are people looking on and seeing that if we try to fix the ills of society, then we'll come to some solution with how we move forward, especially with young people. So just from that point of view, that I speak on some of the topics that I choose to touch on. It has to be a balance. And the thing is, especially in Jamaica, I can speak for Jamaica, where police brutality has gotten way out of hand now, where it's everybody crying. It's not just, normally it would have been the people in the inner city communities, in the poorer communities, who would have reasons to defend a family member or somebody against police for whatever reason. But now we are seeing where it's right across the board. People are just complaining about the way the police deals with them. I have seen firsthand where a police car would drive up into a community and there would be ladies jumping onto the car and behaving in a kind of boisterous way, in a way to provoke the police. And the police would react in the manner that they are behaving, and so there's a clash there. There's no balance, there's nobody stepping back. And I think as much as the police are the minority, they have a big job, and the job is to protect and to serve at any cost and at any price. And so I think if they are more willing to step back and to understand what the ills of the people really are and how they go about seeking for criminals, in opposed to just seeing a youth who might not dress in a nice suit, he might have the appearance of a criminal, but it might be because of his circumstance. And you find a lot of these youths complain about being thrown into vehicles and being arrested because of the way they look and maybe the way they were walking at the time. And so we see where the government looking into the reform of the police force, how they train to come into the streets and how to do proper community policing, because it's the communities that are crying most of all, and so therefore you want to make sure that you fix that. And we always, that's why even the song Protect and Serve, I try not to cuss or to look down on the police, but I try to say, if you are to protect and serve, then something must be wrong if it is the majority that's complaining all the time about your behavior and the way you go about your conduct as police, There's not enough media coverage of the cultural positive side of the music. We find that the commercial music is what sells products and what companies want to associate it because it's popular. And so therefore, if it's about sex and preaching promiscuity, then you find that the sexual aphrodisiac companies will want to associate themselves with that aspect of the music. And so therefore, artists like myself and many others who would want to say, love your body, respect your body, you have a right to say no, you don't get that type of support. But what we are happy for is the fact that people, the normal people in the streets, they do listen to the message that we try to bring, and they do put it into action, if it is even in the way they appreciate us, even in the way they thank us for doing it and for standing up, even though they notice that there's not enough, support or help in that aspect. And so that's one of the things that keep an artist like myself going, the fact that people really do believe in it and they really see that I'm sincere with the way I approach it, and that keeps me going personally.